Hello everyone, it's still me impulsively doing random things because it's too sunny outside. Okay, in the previous video I ranked the top 10 most interesting jump scare in the history of horror games. So today I'll continue with the top 10 quality zombie games you should try. Of course, I know there are many other great games about zombie, but there's no way I could play all of them, so don't be surprised if some aren't featured in the video. Now, before we dive into the main content, I think everyone already knows what zombies are. However, nowadays, zombies are no longer as simple as we used to see in classic movies. Back then, zombies were both dumb and slow, but luckily for them, they were numerous. Otherwise, it's hard to understand how people could be taken down by such low-level monsters. Today, many different types of zombies have appeared. Some are very weak, but can run faster than a horse. Some move slowly, but possess special abilities that make people scream in terror. Beyond the characteristic of zombies, many horror games like Decay, Left 4 Dead, and The Last of Us have their own ways to depicting what zombie might look like in apocalypse. This makes zombie games incredibly appealing as they realistically simulate what could happen if such a catastrophe were to occur. Let's explore 10 most realistic zombie games today, where you will have to fight every second to survive a chaotic and perilous world. Dead Rising. The famous survival horror game series Dead Rising vividly simulates the Willamette shopping mall overrun and filled with hordes of zombies eagerly going on a shopping sprees. Of course, what they want to buy are the unfortunate people who haven't yet been transformed. In the game, you play as Frank West, a freelance journalist and photojournalist investigating a mysterious incident at Willamette. However, things take a turn for the worse when a zombie outbreak occurs, trapping Frank in the mall for 72 hours. With zombies filling every corridor and stores, he must use every weapon at his disposal to defend himself. Frank must fight to escape the mall and uncover the cause of the disaster. The special features of Dead Rising is the freedom it offers in exploring and using everything in the environment as a weapon. You can combine items to create a new weapon, helping you deal with the increasingly powerful zombie hordes. Additionally, the game also has many interesting side missions to complete. No More Room in Hell. No More Room in Hell is a very classic zombie game in the style of George Romero films. Here we have a bunch of dumb zombies that move slowly but are tough and can only be taken down with headshots. This means that even a moment of distraction can result in the player being swarmed and quickly torn apart by the zombie. In No More Room in Hell, you play as one of the survivors trying to slowly claw their way out of the world ravaged by a zombie pandemic. Your goal is nothing complex or noble, just to find a safe place and escape the infected areas. There are no superheroes in this game, so the best and safest way is to rely on your teammates. No More Room in Hell requires you to closely cooperate with your team if you want to survive. Overall, it's not complicated. You need to share resources, coordinate tactics, and always look out for each other's safety. Every bullet is a precious resource, so you must carefully aim for the zombie heads to save armor. Simple, right? Resident Evil 2 Remake. I know many people have thoroughly played this game as well as other versions of the Resident Evil series, but this isn't a video introducing new games, so I'll continue to rehash it for fun. Yeah, specifically, Resident Evil 2 Remake is a perfect remake of the classic Resident Evil 2 game, bringing players back to the zombie-infested Raccoon City. The gameplay of Resident Evil 2 Remake focuses on survival and puzzle solving. You will have to manage resources wisely, search for information, and solve mysterious puzzles to progress future in the games. The combination of action, horror, and puzzles creates a challenging and captivating experience. Compared to the original versions, Resident Evil 2 Remake amplifies the fear by lowering the player's perspective. Even the best shooters need to be cautious if they want to take down zombies without wasting too much ammo. With extremely vivid graphics and engaging gameplay, this is one of the most realistic zombie games today. Additionally, the storyline and unique enemies for the two characters, Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield, are also compelling factors that make it impossible to ignore Resident Evil 2, whether the original or the remake. 7 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die is an early access survival horror game set in an open world developed by the Fun Pimps. The game is set in the year 2034, where a nuclear disaster has devastated Earth and released a virus that causes infected people to die after 7 days, then transform into bloodthirsty zombie. That's also meaning the game's name 7. That's also the meaning of the game's name, 7 Days to Die. Playing as a survivor in Arizona, trapped among a vast number of zombies, you need to learn how to fight, explore, build, survive, and uncover the truth behind what's happening. The game allows you to do various activities like looting, building your arsenals, and destroying zombies in an open world. However, as usual, zombies are not the only enemy to worry about in the precarious post-apocalyptic life. True to its name, in 7 Days to Die, there isn't a specific storyline. Players are free to explore and build their own world. The main goal is to survive each day and combat the increasingly severe zombie pandemic. To achieve this, you will also need to face hunger, fatigue, health issues, and a series of other diseases that can take down survivors at any time. Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is a survival game set in zombie-infested world. In the game, you can fight alone or team up with others to loot, build, craft, fight, farm, and fish to survive. There's no specific storylines, so the player's goal is to survive as long as possible in the world overrun by zombies. The game is set in the town of Modrath and West Point, where the residents have somehow survived the zombie apocalypse. However, survival requires more than just luck. They need to loot houses, build protective barriers, and do everything possible to delay the spread of infections. There's no hope for a cure, only trust in luck and survival skills. Overall, Project Zomboid is one engaging as it focuses on role-playing, survival, and strategy. Players must manage resources wisely, build safe bases, hunt, and fight zombies. The skill and profession system enhance survival chances and allow character development according to the player's preferences. Dead Island. Dead Island begins with a lavish party on an island, where some people become infected and turn into bloodthirsty zombies. Despite the escalating situations, the party continues as if nothing is wrong. When you wake up, you realize the entire island has been infected, and the few survivors must band together to survive. Your mission is to find a way to escape the hotel you are in. During the escape, you are attacked by zombies, but are fortunately rescued by two strangers and taken to a safe house near the beach. In addition to facing zombies, players also contend with terrorist gangs or dangerous prisoners gangs near their living area. Ultimately, after defeating the main villain, you and your team commandeer a helicopter and leave the island, which remains ravaged by zombies. DayZ. In case you don't know what DayZ is, it's an online cooperative survival game where players roam the map, searching for supplies, avoiding wandering zombies, and other players ready to shoot you in the head at any opportunity. In this game, players face a post-apocalyptic zombie world where everyone has a high spirit of chivalry because the only way to survive is to fight and keep running. You can choose to play alone, likely resulting in early death, or team up with other players to gather resources and weapons, only to potentially die later due to a stronger opposing party. The game not only puts players in a survival battle against ferocious zombies, but also against humans who are often more dangerous. The people constantly think about how to kill you and steal your supplies. To survive, You must be smart in managing resources and ready for any situations. Besides resource hunting, the game offers two different play styles. You can choose stealthy approach, avoiding direct confrontations and prioritizing personal safety. Or you can go down the path of hunting, attacking other players to steal their supplies from both zombies and humans. This creates a diversity and brutal element in the gameplay. I am not mistaken, it is quite brutal. State of Decay 2. Unlike the first installment, State of Decay 2 features an open-ended storyline and emphasizes developing an open world. Players won't feel the flow of narratives as they did in the first game. According to the tutorial sequence, when you first create a new game, you and your companion hear a radio signal from the military, calling them to a military established concentration camp to avoid the zombie apocalypse. By this time, it's about 6 months after the fateful day of the zombie outbreak, and lives become tougher than ever for the Wanderer survivors. You're welcomed by the horde of zombies outside the camp, and upon entering, you and your companion realize that it's not much different from the outside. The military has fallen and retreated. The camp has become desolated, and zombies have infiltrated most area. Or maybe those are people who once stayed in the camp. Who knows? The rest of the story invites you to come discover it yourself, as I'm too lazy to continue recounting it. In summary, there are both some of the most engaging and worthwhile zombie games to play today. Each game offers unique and thrilling experiences in the war of zombies. From fighting against fierce zombies to managing resources and communities, these games present new challenges and require skillful strategies from players. Whether you love action, horror, or strategy, the zombie world always has surprising and exciting elements waiting for you to explore. Prepare yourself and get ready to face difficult yet equally fascinating challenges in this game. I wish you enjoyable and thrilling moments with zombie games, and don't forget to check back next week to see what I have for you then.